Recording button.
This video is being recorded on Monday, October 28th, 2019. Hello everyone, welcome back to CSCBVIP, also known as Computer Science for Blind and Visually Impaired People. This is Nicholas Acosta, and boy, it is a wonderful, wonderful day. Well, first, it's been a wonderful day for me, first of all, because all of you know that I am in college. College is very, very hard, especially being that I just started my major. So I've been taking a bunch of midterms. I had to take one last week for my computer science course, learning C++, intro to C++, and I also had to take another one for calculus. Both of them were midterms. I don't know how I did on the C++ one. I feel very, very confident that I did well. And the only result that I got back was for calculus, which was today. I have calculus Mondays and Wednesdays, and my C++ course Tuesdays and Thursdays. So tomorrow I will find out my result. So before we go any further, I just want to say I'm sorry that you guys can't see my face. For those of you who could see, I'm doing a screen recording right now. So I apologize for that, but I'm doing this screen recording for a reason. And we will get into that in just a second. But I want to share my results for my calculus exam, my calculus midterm, whatever you want to call it. I found out that I got a 96 on my exam, guys. That's something to be proud of. You see, calculus is very, very hard to begin with. So you think, I've heard from a lot of my sighted friends who've taken calculus. They said they either passed the course, they didn't pass it, or if they passed with a low grade. So just imagine you having sight, and it's still hard for you. Now just imagine I don't have any sight. Imagine being totally blind and trying to solve calculus problems. Now, thank God that I have a graphing calculator, and I also that's the Orion TI 3030 is the Orion TI 84 graphing calculator, the accessible version by APH, and then I also just got myself the Orion TI 36XS, which is a scientific calculator, but it's also used in college as well. So, but then there are certain functions that can't be that you can't do on those calculators, just because calculus is it's very, very hard. Let's just put it that way. So you also have to know what you're doing. But I was able to go and get some tutoring, and my tutor was able to come to the Office of Accessibility and read my exam to me, and he was explaining things as we went along, as we answered the questions. So to make a long story short, I got a 96 on my test, and that's something to be very, very proud of. So that's how I started off my day. And I found out my grade at about 11:40 this morning at the end of the class. And that was the only class that I had today anyway. So on another note, iOS 13.2 is now available to install. iOS and iPad OS are now available. iPad OS 13.2 and iPad OS 13.2 are now available, including a new pair of AirPods Pro. Yes, I said it, guys. They've been talking about this. A lot of a lot of people on YouTube, a bunch of articles all over the internet have been talking about a leaked image that was found in iOS 13.2. A developer found it hidden in the code of iOS 13.2 while this was in beta form. And basically, it's we had, let me see, 4 betas before it was released today, along with AirPods Pro. But this image was leaked, and it was confirmed today. Apple didn't even have an event. They just, and I'm telling you, I was coming home from school, and I got this notification from on YouTube from Apple, because I'm subscribed to Apple's channel on YouTube, introducing AirPods Pro. And then I go on the website. AirPods Pro is on the website, and you can actually buy them right now. You can buy them. So I'm gonna take you.
Microphone.
Let me see.
Button.
I'm gonna.
Hearing devices. Button.
I'm gonna take you to.
Back. Dimmed. Button.
I'm going to take you to appleviz.com, and this is a website that I go on. For those of you that don't know what AppleViz is, it is a website for people who are blind or visually impaired, where they can look for accessible apps. And it's not just for apps. They have a podcast. You can create an account and submit your own podcast or guide, or you can join the community through their forums. It's cool. So
Back. Dimmed.
I wanted to go here.
Marks. Apple. Bookmark. Apple. Home Technology. Apple Voice. Apple First selected. Apple.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear voiceover,
Back. Button.
but this is AppleViz.
Apple Skip to main Apple visited. Link. Login /
Let me see if I can find the article now.
Apple gettings. If you've to bullet gettings getting please also io comma Mac Apple and Apple after if you are looking you can find up here later filter apply reset inaccessible edit field bug and text edit introduced in Mac reset.
I'm trying to look for the article now.
Comment. Apple releases iOS 13.2 and iPadOS 13.2, bringing many bug fixes for blind and low vision users.
And this is the update. You can actually read through this update, but basically, Apple fixes a bunch of bugs that were a bunch of problems that were introduced in iOS 13. And also, this introduces a feature called Fusion for people who own the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and 11 Pro Max. This has to do with, this is a camera feature. And it also supports AirPods Pro. So you can go in here and read what's new in this article.
Posted Apple 15 Apple releases 5th app post Apple releases Apple releases tvOS 13.2 and the software update for HomePod that brings multi-user.
Oh, okay. And they also released tvOS 13.2 and also an update for the HomePod.
Post Apple releases post Apple 0 help with your mail post Nick Fork introduced post Harry post introducing AAA or
and now I'm trying to look for the HomePods one, the AirPods one I should say.
Post starting a new coding post M30 which one is easier post 1.5 aftershocks straight post tip ever since post 0 Logitech glitch post root 8 replacing app post app 1 Apple Watch continues to ring. Head post 3 inaccessible post 7 just updated to post out no Apple launches $249 AirPods Pro
and Apple launches $249 AirPods Pro. These so if you remember when the first AirPods came out, that was about 2 years ago. It cost $159. And then, so I actually have those AirPods, the very, very first ones that were released. And then earlier this year, they released I think it was in the spring, they released AirPods 2. Well, they called them AirPods 2 with wireless charging, with a wireless charging case. And then now they just launched. Oh, and let me just make sure that I tell you this: the AirPods that they introduced earlier this year, they cost $199. Now, the $249 are for the AirPods Pro. So all these articles are on AppleVis. I just wanted to point you guys to them. But AirPods Pro brings a bunch of new features, including noise cancellation, longer battery life for your AirPods case, because the built-in battery, so you can actually use the AirPods and charge them. According to what Apple says, the case holds a little bit more than 24 hours of power in this case. So the case is probably a little bit bigger, I don't know. But I'm thinking of getting myself a brand new pair of AirPods, and they're gonna be the AirPods Pro, probably for Christmas. So all these articles are on AppleVis. Just visit.
Apple launch back button.
Just visit applevis.com. That's applevis.com, and you can find out more.
Back dimmed button.
You can find out more about these.
Searching with Google.
You can find out more about these AirPods, but to be quite honest with you,
Apple bookmark Apple button.
it's so wonderful
Technology AppleVis vertical line selected
that Apple decided to release these AirPods today.
AppleVis back button back search or type back dimmed button.
So I hope all of you are having a wonderful day,
Chrome Christian Engel Chrome,
and I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was kind of different because I'm doing a screen recording, but hopefully you guys
45 status bar item control center.
hopefully you guys saw my screen.
Now hearing devices selected, guided access selected, screen recording button, notification everything on screen selected, stop recording button.
I normally don't do these screen recordings unless I am doing an app review or something, so that's why you couldn't see my face in this one. But stay tuned for more videos. So thank you and have a nice day.
Selected, stop recording, but stop